I don't know the whole thing, what's going on here.
Yeah, that was actually the first email I ever sent the dean in academics, because I felt like I've been to Dr. Minarker room and I talked to him, and he was going away. But then after I left, he started. I probably he talked with Dr. Novak, and he started replying
Okay, let
as
me understand that thing. So when did you start? Right? And when did you start your program?
January 2022.
So it's almost 2 years now, right?
Yeah.
So you came in January 2022, and but you are with another firm.
My letter of admission that I submitted, I was talking about piezoelectricity. I was very specific about like sound and studies and resonances and so on and so forth, because that was my thesis back in Brazil as well for my bachelor's.
From Brazil, okay.
Yes.
Which university did you
Mackenzie. It's a kind of a American standard university. So
Yeah,
they accept.
I had 3 Brazilian students. They all graduated. They're working now. So I still.
Yeah, and this university is, how can I say, renowned?
Which part is? Are you talking east, west, south, north?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Yes. Yeah, there are many universities in Brazil, but that one I could say is a private university.
Mackenzie, it's called.
Yeah, yeah. It is a Presbyterian university, so it was formulated by back in the 1950s. I'm not sure exactly the story behind it, but some American priests from the Presbyterian Church, they went down to Brazil and created a university, starting with the school and then progressing to the university.
No, I had 3 students. So actually, I must say, one Bruno was doing his MSc. And then he moved to MSc with me. Then so he moved back to the job in the university. Then Marcos, another one is from São Paulo. So he finished but he was working in São Paulo, but I was co-supervising. He did all this work here with me. So he's not working for a company, and his wife was from São Paulo. There's another government university, but it's a small university. Anyway, so I didn't know.
Yeah, but in summary, I submitted my proposal letter, and they replied with an offer letter from Dr. King. And at the beginning, I thought maybe this guy is a chairman from the engineering office. He's inviting me, and then after I get accepted, I will be transferred to my supervisor. But then I came here. Nobody talked to me for like 2-3 months. Entered January. I chose I enrolled to my own course by my own.
So how did you came in contact with Dr. King? Like he told you?
I went to Angela and said, Angela, I need to know.
Here, physically.
I was already here.
Oh, you are in Canada. That's
Yes.
right. So you are in Canada. So you applied. Are you international student or domestic?
International student.
So you are in Canada, and then you applied for MSc program.
Yes.
Then you talked to Angela. Angela sent it to Dr. King.
Yes. Then she said, show me your offer letter. Then I showed, and at the bottom was written like Dr. King's signature, and she said, Dr. King is your supervisor. And I said that doesn't make any sense because he's from the industrial engineering. And I applied for the mechanical engineering.
Do you have all these documents? Like usually professors don't sign. It usually comes from Faculty of Grad Studies. Faculty of Grad Studies will give you the letter of admission. In the letter of admission will say, Professor X will be your supervisor, but the signature will be from the Dean of Grad Studies. I'm just wondering why.
The offer letter is signed by Debbie King.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, Professor King.
I can print the offer letter.
Yeah. Good.
And before I go, so that I'm gonna be done. Danilo, when you presented this to me yesterday, about the IPIP,
Yes.
this is correct. So what's gonna happen is you enroll for the graduate seminar
No,
and
that's okay. In progress. I
in
think it's in
the
progress.
winter 2022. So your mark is showing IP until you finish.
all this
So you
hours.
get only the one P.
I finished what, the graduates
seminar.
This
I have
seminar?
already finished the
Yeah,
seminar.
yes, that's why you said like I don't know why it's still IP. So it is correct, IP for the 3 semesters, and then when you finish it, that's your mark now. So this one is correct. The IP is correct because you get only the P or F at the end when you're done. So this is your
When I'm done my studies.
your grad seminar.
No, I'm done already. The
Yeah,
seminars.
that's why the grade now here is P.
Oh, I see.
It also shows on your transcript.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
So this IP that you showed it to me, they are correct.
All right.
So no concern about that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I just
not
want
really
you-
clear to me
yeah,
because
I just want you to understand.
this is
that-
not in progress. This is done. So they should.
Yeah, it's in
No,
progress
but
because
something-
these are
no.
the semesters
You
you're
have
still
to look
doing.
at the semester, right? Those are your beginning of the program. So that's why it was always IP for everyone until we had those number of hours you attended. Then they changed IP to
And then
P.
here is your P. So that is already passed. So
Yeah, that is not really
this
clear.
one are not.
And also in the U inside doesn't show like that.
Yeah, yes,
It
the
shows
U inside
I'm
shows-
still in progress. I only have 30% of academic completed, and after 2 years.
Oh,
So-
it's like, did you see it on the pie? Because if you go to your degree
Yeah,
audit, you'll see the pie.
pie. Yeah, there is a how they write it. Enroll for my academics background, and it also shows under
34?
progress. So even Angela got confused if I have enough hours or not. So the system is not really reliable in that case, because then it should provide us a very clear signature that I'm done with the system. Otherwise, Angela keeps saying, "Enroll again. You're not done with it." As she did
No,
put
no,
to
no,
me.
no,
like,
It's
no.
not
I have
done
a
with
lot of this
program, it's
issue.
done
I have
with
a
the
lot of.
courses.
Yeah.
So each course
Yeah.
has different. Your program when you finish all the courses, right? All the requirements. I don't know which one you're seeing is in progress, but this one should not show you in progress anymore.
No,
the same.
that is already P. So see, it's this one.
Yeah. So thesis is still in IP
In
because
IP,
that's not
yeah,
completed.
that's still in. Thesis is still in
yeah.
progress.
So this term, I only took Dr. Novak's classes and the seminar because I wasn't sure if I was done or not with any other classes needed, because the system doesn't
So this is correct.
complete itself, doesn't fill with the information needed.
It's there. It's passed already. The
So you
seminar.
passed this, but what it's saying is still in progress
Oh, the
with the
thesis
thesis.
is in progress.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, so
this
that-
is
this
the
is-
thing is it has to show
Oh, I
how
see.
many,
I see.
how many credit he has finished. How many
3.
credit? So no, 3 for each course. How many courses he's done?
Oh.
I've done 4, but then I lacked enough graduate. I got 62 for this class.
So
And
that
then I'm
is a
taking-
fail, right?
Yeah.
So you have to retake another.
Although it's not written fail or anything on my page, actually it's computing my grade with that grade as well.
No, it'll say you're getting system somewhere. The minimum is what? Undergraduate.
It's 70.
So 70. So that's what.
Yeah, but it's computing this number on my total grade average. So if I fail on this one, they should take it over, right?
No, it stays.
It stays even if I fail.
Unfortunately, every university is the same.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, right?
I don't know. It's not you and I to decide whether it makes sense or not, but this is the way the university rule is. So you and I have to accept that. So if you fail, rules say fail means it stays there, right? Unless you retake the course, I think only time you can, she knows the rule, but I
Yeah.
think the way it works, if you fail a course, it's not for you, any student, and you retake it, I think then this grade will be your new grade, right? The new one, unless it will still stay there.
Yeah, and the system doesn't let me to choose if I want to pass or fail, even to argue about my grades. The system doesn't allow me to do that. It always says it's out of the time range for that class.
I don't know. What do you want?
If I want to discuss about my grade, I don't agree with that, I want it to be reevaluated. The system doesn't allow me to
No,
do that.
there is a period you get, I don't know exactly how many weeks to appeal. That's
Yeah,
what
I tried on that period and it didn't work. So I thought like then people told me I need to come and talk to Angela so she can allow me to evaluate again or not. But that's not really like okay, yeah, and that's not for me to decide, right? The system is not working well. Everybody knows about that, but then I'm the only one getting penalized by that.
What do you mean by you getting penalized by that?
I don't know how many. I don't know how many hours I have done of graduate study. That doesn't show clearly on the system.
No, we don't.
It says for classes that I took 1 year ago, it shows in progress. Even though it's not in progress anymore, so here it should tell me. I'm pretty sure when I'm done with my studies, I will get the same paper again and won't show IP
No,
on
this
those.
will still wait. This is
For
what I
forever.
said. This has no grade.
I know it doesn't have grade.
It has no bearing on your GPA. Either pass or fail.
Yes.
Same thing with the thesis. Pass or fail. Until you complete the whole thing, it will keep showing IP. At the end it will say P means you pass.
Okay.
And that's nothing to do with you being a special case or you being penalized.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the way it is done, and that's the way done for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not because whoever you are, the system is.
I've seen some of my friends that doesn't show like that.
Doesn't show like this IP?
No. And doesn't show like I don't have a thesis written in my name. I don't have a supervisor on my research background. My U inside is definitely bugged and someone messed with it. I don't know. But doesn't show any reliable information.
I never see supervisor's name in here.
You see in that one? Because I paid $15 to get that one.
No, what I'm saying, there is no supervisor names appear here.
Okay, but my friends from the physics areas, they showed me.
Maybe physics are different.
But it's the same U inside.
I don't know. Look, those things, I don't know how that works. I know from my point of view, all my students, anybody brought this up would be the same as what is showing.
Okay.
They will never show who the supervisor is. Maybe they have a special request for that. You don't have that. I don't know how this thing works. But what is like, you officially have a supervisor, right? That's all important. Whether a supervisor name shows here or not. Thesis program is between you and your supervisor.
Yes.
Nobody
Although my
else.
supervisor doesn't, I sent an email saying I need some equipment to measure this, and he asked me what kind of equipment, and then I said some oscilloscope or something like that. He didn't even reply if that was, in his opinion, the right equipment or not. He just supplied me with some equipment. Then I brought it to the laboratory, and the equipment was broken. That's the first thing.
Look, those, I'm sorry to hear all of these things. Like, every professor has their kind of way of doing the things with their own student, right? And Faculty of Engineering University does not have any control on that, does not get involved with this. So the way it works, I have a big research group, right? I always have 6, 7, 8 PhD students with me, 4, 5. So I'm always I'm one of the largest research group in civil engineering, right? So the way it works is this. So did you get the admission offer letter?
Yeah. So this is the beginning of the offer letter.
Yeah. So does it say who the supervisor is?
It's on the second page.
So this is not signed by Professor Kim. It's signed by the Dean of Grad Studies. That's what I saw. You said that it's signed by Professor Kim. No, this is not his sign. I don't know what the other means. Usually the letter will say your supervisor is Professor Kim. Wow. You never contacted him?
No, I contacted him.
No. Before you got this admission.
I came here. I started my studies on the February or March, I believe. I messaged him saying, "Hey, professor, I believe you are my supervisor." And then he said, "Where were you? I've been missing you for very long." And I said, "Why didn't you send me an email or something?" So he was just like, I don't know, he forgot about me or he didn't even notice.
I don't know. I haven't met with him or Professor Colin Novak yet. So I don't know what happened at the time. Usually this is the way it goes. The letter comes from the faculty of grad studies, not from the supervisor.
Okay.
And the letter will usually say your supervisor is Dr. This. Which your case it doesn't say that.
No.
So
It's just say other, and then.
I don't know what the
mention
other means. Something has happened from grad studies point of view. I don't know why that has happened. All the admission letter, offer letter from my student, it says that
Your
Dr.
supervisor, yes, yes.
Your supervisor is Dr. S. Das. This one it says other. I don't know what other means. Did you talk to the grad studies? Say what is that means? Okay, let's forget about that. So when you get this offer letter, so what do you think that who is your supervisor? And when you start,
I had paid my tuition, right? So I came here to the university. I enrolled into the class of automotive control systems. I took the class until the end of the term, and in the middle, I messaged Dr. Kim asking if he was my supervisor, and then I start paying visits, like visiting him on the Fridays, because we schedule a meeting for every Friday.
So you started in January 2022, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when did you first see Professor Kim?
Around March, maybe February.
So why you waited that long? So if you started in January...
Because I didn't know who was my supervisor. I don't work here. I don't know how the procedures work.
So, you know, this is a research program. There is a supervisor mandatory thing, right? So I don't know why they don't... I don't understand this meaning, as I cannot comment on this. But if this is based program, you need a supervisor. So I do not know what's going on between you and Professor Kim. I need to talk to him. Like,
No, I switched it over. I am not any longer with Dr. Kim. I switched it to
that's
Dr.
I
Nova.
know. We switch it later, right? So what gives you the impression that he is your supervisor now? What gives him the impression that you are his student? That part is not clear to me. You understand?
Me
So
either.
why you thought that he is your supervisor and why he thought he is your student?
Because there were no other names into the offer letter except his name and my name and the dean office, which I believe is not supervising anyone.
It's not us who decide the supervisor. It's between the student and supervisor deal, and they make a deal, and this comes from there. Why I'm getting involved, but the dean's office getting involved, because there is a confusion going on. That's what we're trying to understand and try to help as much as we can. We, like when the professor hires a student, no way we are informed. They are not equipped to inform us, and we don't get involved with this. We don't take any of that kind of responsibility. Okay, you hiring that student is your problem. Then we don't say the student, you going to work with this professor, that's your problem. No, we don't get involved with anything. All we try to do is, okay, it's an agreement between the professor and the student, and it is an honest agreement, right? So they trust each other and they believe on this and they work on this. This is a very honest-based system. So for your case was confusing. I'm trying to understand why that happened. It may, you see him, do you remember exactly when you see him, February or March? February or March or later?
Oh, I could check that.
No, yeah, if you